All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New York Jets taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 50, plant. Line 54. It's outfield. 6-6. Pull it high.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ready? 5. Give me that ball, defense. Go, defense.
Second and 13. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's checking. Go.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
Let's go. Check.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They run again on first down. Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now a run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground and Saquon Barkley. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get out the field, defense. Tens the mic. Tens the mic. You're trapped. You're trapped. Hey.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do?
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
15 line it. 15 line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Robbie Anderson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's got it complete to Anderson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Sanders' kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross, 75 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia, and trying to erase this deficit. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox light.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And now look at him go. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 53 yards. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. That, folks, is a 94-yard punt return. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
45, 45. Put him on the bus.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's hauled the way down to the 6-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they... with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Sanders' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback. 45 the mic. Bring it. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 37. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
On 1st down, Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
218, chop.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx
Maybe
it?
jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Go. Check, go. Check Mike 45. That's right.
Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
It got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So he's got another field goal, his 4th now in the game. He's making it look easy out there.
He certainly is, and they're always aiming for a swing of the leg that repeats under pressure, right? So nothing's different. He's got that right now because confidence is breeding confidence.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. Now it's Jackson. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 45.
To throw again, Jackson. That's going to be caught by Kirk. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Jackson steps away to his left. That's caught. It's Thomas. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Jackson flushed out right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Below Nichols, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Throwing on second and long. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance, and then they end up winning this game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Check right 54. Right 54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
He can run, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down now, Barkley. He's got daylight, 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 70 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bilal Nichols bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Let's go.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
And the New York Jets have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy will be in the Big Apple.